All right, ladies and gentlemen, today we have a fun one. Today we are putting brakes on Haley's car. We got these guys here. They are the Power Stop Evolution. That's what we're gonna be putting on all four corners of this thing. We got pads and rotors. Let's get right to it. First order of business is gonna be lifting up the car, taking off the wheels, and then make sure you have your parking brake disengaged. So that's this big black box in the back here. That's your electronic parking brake. You want this disengaged so you can spin these. Granted, I can't right now. I'm not entirely sure why, but I know for a fact this is disengaged. So first order of business I'm gonna tackle is taking this off. All right, so it looks like there's two Allen bolts, I think it is. One up here and there's one down in the bottom here. It looks like it's a 5mm. So I have my little attachment on the ratchet and we're gonna see what happens. Oh, it broke loose nice and easy, that's cool. Okay, I'm gonna leave it in there for now so I can take it off in one piece, but I wanna make sure I can break it loose before I get too deep into this. Yeah, so the other one's all the way in the back here. It's kind of a pain to get to. Someone's opening the garage on me. Okay, both of those are broken loose. Now I'm going to take off the caliper itself. I'm gonna leave the bracket in, take off the caliper. To do that, you gotta remove the two little dust boot clips. One down here, maybe. Ah, Jesus. And then one way up here. Come on. Oh my gosh, there it goes. And I know for a fact these two are gonna be 7mm Allens. So find your tool and go for it. Luca, hi buddy. Oh, you're gonna knock the camera over. Hello, hello. All right, so it's going to be a 7, but I don't have a 7 in like this little socket thing here. So according to Google, 1/4 inch in standard is very close to a 7mm. No, it's not. They lied. Google lied. It's a 7. 1/4 inch is too big, or too small, excuse me. Looks like we're doing this the long way today. All right, and then as you're turning this, you should see the actual pin itself here spinning. If you don't see it spinning, you got something else going on. It's probably not good. Oh, I left my cam up here. All right, so once you have these two pins unscrewed, you can actually push them out of the way. And then you're gonna wanna grab a bucket or something. You're gonna take this boy off. Although sometimes it can be a real pain in the ass. It takes a little bit of persuasion. Oh, I guess I should probably take this clip off first, huh? Okay, take this clip off and then take this off. Cool. And now we can try to take this off. There we go. Holy crap. Make sure you got your bucket, set that on there. I don't know what my dad's doing over there, but it sure is noisy. You can see your old pads had very little life left. Maybe could have waited like another month or two, but that's it. Although this rotor is chewed up. It feels like a bunch of mountains on there. So yeah, it was probably time. All right, next up, once you got the caliper itself out, I like to do this parking brake thing. So that's what we're gonna do. Remember, it's a 5mm on the parking brake. You're going to carefully undo the two parking brake bolts. In hindsight, maybe I should have left this on and took the parking brake off while it was on. That would have been a little easier, but you know what? We're rolling with it. There's one out. Do not lose those, that would suck. Once you get these two guys out, then you can separate the parking brake assembly from the caliper itself. I think you can just wiggle and pull. Let's try to do this. Okay, I gotta put the caliper back on. At least one pin. Where's my 7? Is this my 7? No. Oh, this guy. Yeah. All right, I got one caliper pin back in there. Now let's try this again. Get your bucket back over here. Take your caliper. Set it to the side here. And now, and hopefully, I don't know if you guys, I'm gonna show you guys this the best I can here. We have the caliper, and this is the parking brake thing. I don't know what the heck it's called, but that goes into the little black electronic box that I just pulled off. What you're gonna wanna do is take your little 1/4 inch ratchet, make sure it's on tighten, you don't wanna screw this up, and you're going to tighten this until it bottoms out. Should be real smooth, real easy. You shouldn't feel anything binding up. You're just gonna go nice and easy. There it is, bottom's right out. Now your parking brake is, I guess, compressed, and we can compress your caliper now as well. So that's what we're gonna do. Oh yeah, P.S. make sure you do that before you compress the caliper. I don't know if anything bad would happen, but that's how I did it on my car and it seemed to work great. So that's how we're gonna do it here. Before I do that though, I'm going to put the electronic part back on the actual shaft here, just to keep all this grease inside and keep all the gunk out. All right, I got it lined up nice. Stick these guys in there. There's definitely a torque spec for everything here, including these little bolt pin things. For now, I will torque everything to spec when I'm done, but for now, I'm just gonna get it snug. All right, parking brake is back on. Now I'm going to compress this. Actually, no, I lied. I'm going to take the rotor off first. That's what I'm gonna do. I can't take the rotor off until I take the bracket off, so let's do that. I'm getting way ahead of myself right now. I just need to slow down. I'm 99% sure these are a 17 millimeter. Yes, they are. All right, top one's broken loose. Let's get it off. All right, time for the bottom. I hope this one's easier to break loose. Ow, the eyes. Ugh. Wear glasses. Wear safety glasses, everyone. What if I just push as hard as I can? Ah, there it goes. Nice. Should be able to take a ratchet to it now. All right, bucket. Come back. Set you down gently. Carefully. Nice. Get this bracket off. I'm not entirely sure what this is about, but the two caliper bolts, or the caliper bracket bolts, are both orange. They were painted orange at some point. Not sure why. Cool. There goes the bracket. Got the caliper. This is all good, which means now we got to take the rotor off. You can see the rotor here. If this is your first time doing the brakes on the vehicle, there's going to be a screw. Probably going to be a pain in the ass. You're going to want one of the little impact screwdrivers. I'll show you in just a second. All right, you guys are going to want one of these. This is a 6-bit impact screwdriver set from Pittsburgh. I'll show you how it works, but you're probably going to want one, especially if you live in a Rust Belt area. So here it is. It's just a screwdriver, right? Except you actually hammer this part. So when you hammer this, it'll rotate the bit just a little bit. And that will work perfectly to get stuff like this right out. Let's go. That didn't work. Oh, it did work. Haha! Nice. All right, viewers, my dad made a really good point. So, while I'm in what he calls bust out mode, we're going to bust out this screw as well. While everything's all together and neat, we're gonna get this one out while I have the blowtorch out. Then hopefully we won't have to use it again. Firstly, you're gonna want some of this stuff, some brake and caliper grease, and you're gonna want your caliper bracket here. So, right where your pads are gonna sit, so up here in those grooves, the camera won't focus. Here, let's get some light, how about that? Oh, let there be light. So right where the pads are gonna sit, so in those little grooves there, and in those little grooves there, you're gonna wanna take a little wire wheel, clean those off, and put a little bit of that caliper and brake grease right up in there. So let's go ahead and get that done. All right, make sure you got your safety glasses on while you're doing this. I'm gonna take some of this stuff. You don't need much, just a little dab. Just a little something to coat it on. You're also going to want to do that for your pins here on your caliper, so you can literally just pull these right out. There used to be lube on here, and now it's dry as a bone. So we're just going to take a little bit of lube, coat it, and put them right back in the caliper. We got number 1 here. Again, it's not a science, you just want to get a good little coating on there. Alright, I'm going to go pop these things right back in the caliper so the grease stays there. Alright guys, it's quite important when you use your new rotor that you clean it off because it comes greased up from the factory. So you're just going to spray a little brake clean on there. Both sides, get it good. And take your paper towel, wipe it off real nice. Beautiful. Now, we are officially ready to put the new rotor on. Take our shiny new rotor. Oops. Slap her on there. Nice. I'm gonna take a lug nut to hold it in place for right now. All right, let's get the bracket on. Hold it in place. All right, those are nice and tight for now. Okay, now we can throw some pads in here. I lied, I totally forgot we have to compress this piston sill. All right, once you got your new pads, just like this, you're gonna wanna make sure you have the wear indicator, which is going to be this guy here. You're gonna wanna make sure this is on the back side, or I guess close to the center of the vehicle. So that means you know this one's gonna go in here, and the other one's gonna go in the front. But before I do that, I'm gonna take some of this braking caliper grease again. This stuff is a godsend. And just put a little bit right here, and right here. All right, there's one. Set her in there. Beautiful. Obviously try to avoid getting the grease on the rotor and the pad the best you can. If you do get some on the rotor, it's not the biggest of deals. Just use a little brake clean and get it right off. Beautiful. Now we're ready for the caliper. Just put this back on like we took it off. Oh, shit. There we go. Push these pins. Remember, I greased these pins too. Everything that slides gets a little bit of grease. Now it's time to put on this little pin thing here. So, you gotta shove one end in. Oh, shit, that was way easier than last time. What the hell? Cool. One down, 3 to go. All right, we're trying no heat first. We'll see what happens. No heat. Come on, baby. Well, that was easy. Didn't require any heat on this side. Let's go try the other side. That was much easier than expected. That was easy. So, now we just go for it, I guess. Let's do caliper first. I have no idea what size this is or anything. All right, so the caliper guide pins or slide pins or whatever you want to call them, it's also a 7mm Allen up front here too. Same size. That makes life way simpler. Maybe I don't need to go though. Let's make sure I'm going the right way here. Need to go down on it. Shit, I'm going the wrong way again. That's more like it. That feels better. Here. There you go. Nice. You have a ton more room up front here. A ton more room. It's gonna make life way easier. The fronts look, don't quote me on it, but as of right now, the fronts look significantly easier. Now that I say that, of course, something's gonna go wrong, but maybe not. Well, my camera died, so we transitioned to the phone now. Hopefully it looks okay. Anyway, I got the screws out, I got the slide pins out, so now we pull the caliper off. I'm using this little screwdriver here to push the slide pins out so I can move the caliper. There we go. 1 and 2. Now, a little bit of luck and a little bit. Oh, I got to do this again. I keep doing that. Yay!
Are we done now? Do I go back?
No.
Yeah, let's see what these pads are.
Well, these pads are pretty okay, and they're not horrible.
Not horrible. Not great. The inner one's kind of worn.
Yeah.
Let's get close to the squeaker.
There you go. Not bad, but.
Alright.
So, this is one of the pads. It's got these 3 little prongs in it. That actually sits inside the caliper piston. So, yeah, there you go. Alright, we got the caliper off. It all went pretty smooth. Now, we got to get the bracket off. But first things first, I am going to... No, you know what? I lied. I am going to get the bracket off first. Let's get to that. Alright, what are we working with here? Oh my god, Honda, you are the GOAT. I love you. It is the same size for the bracket bolts and the caliper bolts, or the pins. It's very nice. Thank you, Honda. That's appreciated. Oops. I stepped on the impact. All right, got both those broken loose. Now we're gonna try this guy. What is this? The Earthquake. See what the Earthquake can do. Oh, heck yeah. Beautiful. There was a leak. Look at that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and compress the piston and get it ready to, oh wait, where's my hammer? I almost forgot. Nice. Yeah, these rotors weren't too bad actually, but they are glazed. You can see they're very reflective and shiny. Hopefully you can see that. They're completely glossed over. All right, so for the front here, I'm gonna take an old pad, just because the caliper piston is so big, this would just go right inside of it. We obviously don't want that. So I'm gonna actually use a pad, something like that. So as this is going to be up against the piston, not that. And make sure you have this as centered as you possibly can get it. Oh, I kind of screwed that one up, didn't I? Come on, baby. Again, this shouldn't be too hard. Just twist, you know, make sure it's not binding. And just go till it bottoms out. Much better. Now we're bottomed out. Caliper compressed. Let's go clean up everything. All right, just like last time, we're gonna take our little wire wheel and clean everything up real nice. Make sure you got your safety glasses on. Once you get it all cleaned off and prepped, you're just gonna take some of this, put it in those touch points. These pins are real easy. Just take your grease, just like the rears. Get a nice little thin coating all up on there. Okay, I got the pins in. Now I'm going to put this back on. Wait, I lied. Rotor. Never mind, I'm doing the rotor. All right, once your rotor's cleaned off, next step, get it on the car. Nice. Find a lug nut, put a lug nut on there, keep it steady. Or I guess stationary. Well, not stationary. Keep it in place. Again, with the bracket, just make sure that you don't get that grease on the surface of the rotor. Otherwise, if you do, clean it off. Let's get these bolts. A little light up in here, that always helps. Ah! Well, at least I lined it up. I already greased up the pins, put them in there, so that's good. We're gonna go ahead and get the pads prepped and slap these boys in. All right, just like the rears, we gotta grease up the sides. I got a little too much on that one. I'm actually gonna wipe some off before I put this in. This front one's good. I got a nice light layer of grease on there, so we're gonna put this guy in. All right, and now this is the fancy one, where these actually have to go into the caliper piston itself. I don't think I've ever had to do this before, but I'd imagine you just press it in, right? Oh, you're so close. Come on. Damn it. Why is this the hardest part? Of course, it's always some dumb crap. It's always the dumb small things. Yes. Haha, got her. All right, it just takes some wiggling and pushing and prying or whatever, but guess what? She's in. Ah. Yes, there it is. Sweet. She's in, which means this side is almost done. I gotta torque it to spec, and then it's done. All right, so according to Google, the torque spec for this bracket is 80 foot-pounds. So we torque it to 80 foot-pounds. There it is. Nice. Officially done. Cool. All right, guys, well, I am finished with 3 of the 4 corners, so I'm gonna do that last corner, button it up, lower it, take it for a spin, and tell you guys how it goes. So far, it's been very, very nice. I'm gonna speak it out of existence because, you know, that's how it goes, but it's been great. The biggest problems have been the stupid pad with the pins on the back or whatever that has to go into the actual caliper itself. Holy crap, I'm so out of breath. But yeah, so that stupid pad with the pins in the back, that was a pain in the butt. And the rusted out rotor screws, those little screws that I had to hammer and heat up, those are a pain too. But other than that, it's been a pretty smooth ride. It's only been like 2.5 maybe hours. So yeah, it's been great, can't complain. So far, so good. I'm gonna get that last corner done, and then we'll wrap this video up.